Welcome to a great scene here. Excitement and energy flowing in the stadium as we get ready for this week's Game of the Week. We can only hope that it matches the hype. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the third-ranked team, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Syracuse will kick it off to get us underway. That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. Moves his way for a first down to the 35.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Chris, just by watching this guy all year, the defense better be very careful to let this guy find that rhythm. I've seen him where he goes 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, and then it pops a big one. Right now, he looks like he's starting to gain some confidence here early in this game.
Gives it to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense. Is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 25. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around, to give him a chance to get out in space, are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle, but first down.
This defensive coordinator better make some adjustments. This back is on fire to start this game. You better start committing those safeties down, overloading that line of scrimmage, because this back is physical, he's got speed, and he is tough to bring down.
The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. Here's a handoff on 1st and goal. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
2nd and goal for the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. and he will score. Touchdown, Missouri.
You talk about the right way to get a game started. This offense put together a nice scheme. They felt comfortable with the script, and they moved the ball all the way down the field. 10 plays, and they get a touchdown. If you're the defensive coordinator, you're back to the drawing board trying to figure this out.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. And the defense hold up here on 3rd and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, that is dedication in this running game. 3rd down and goal. You give it to the running back. And let's give credit to that offensive line. Good job of getting low and getting movement in the trenches there to give him enough room to get into the end zone.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. It's a run to the left. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They get him at the 42, good enough for a 1st down.
Chris, that's a big 1st down, and what we could almost refer to as a drive that you're looking for an answer. Anytime your opponent drives the length of the field to open the game and puts a touchdown up on the board, it's important for the offense to counter that. And right now, they're off to a very good start on their own drive.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Inside the 30 now. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the 1st quarter.
Missouri 7, Syracuse 0.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Handing off on the draw play. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
Syracuse has moved into the red zone. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. Syracuse lines up quickly. The shotgun running play call. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Looking for some space. It's James. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
At the 10-yard line.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. He'll hand it off. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The Orange have it now, first and goal. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Orangeman.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend when the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this. Good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return starts from inside the 5. Returner tackle right there. That's when we'll start the drive. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He stopped him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
They'll run it from the gun. Jukes to get free. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block too.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Missouri. It was a foot race, and he won it.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Point after, up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. Fires it on the move, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback looking to scramble. Oh, and he fumbles. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
That is great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
And the point after is right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to make a big play downfield. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Powers through a tackle. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
So the Missouri offense head back out onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
And just a short gain this time. We're able to get him down. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. 4th down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Makes a quick grab. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
Well, this guy did everything that he could to try to get to that 1st down marker. It looks like he's just going to be inches short, and it's decision time for the offensive coordinator and head coach.
And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. On their own side of the 50, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. And they'll try the quarterback sneak. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, that's the beauty of having a quarterback with this kind of length on 4th down and 2. You go with quarterback sneak. All he has to do basically is fall forward and pick up a 1st down. Good call and a nice job of executing up front.
So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. That is a huge play. Finally brought down to the 46-yard line. Syracuse lines up quickly. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. The pocket breaking down. Down he goes. A sack. 1st down sack. Pushes the ball back. 2nd down coming up. Defense not pressing this time. Defense is coming after him. He's got his man in the open field. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, all that work you put in the summer with the receivers and the quarterbacks, this is where it pays off. This is where that trust really can play out. This receiver lines up on the right side of the formation, works all the way across, and the quarterback almost could close his eyes, knows exactly where his man will be, and puts it right on the money.
A costly special teams penalty, and here comes the offense back on the field.
Number 98 on the field.
He knocks this one right through. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. And they'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. Football comes out. The defense recovers the fumble.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hand on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
The offense gets a chance to start with a short field. They'll try the right here. Unleashes the stiff arm. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. That's a new set of downs, and it's 1st and goal for the offense. And the wideout goes in motion. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
This will be a challenge now. 2nd and goal back at the 13. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. The tight end has got it. Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the 1st half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. Knocks that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. The fumble the last time out, symbolizing their struggles here today. That's why they're in a big hole. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Explosive gain across midfield. They'll spot it about the 35.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. It's a shotgun run call. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. Syracuse lines up quickly. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Running back grabs it on a screen. Got space, looking to score. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a 1st down and goal.
Man, I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. That's a crucial response for this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
24, Syracuse 17.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. And they get him down after the completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
He's looking to make a big play downfield. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The offense really clicking here. The shotgun handoff here. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big 1st half, and he's already at it again.
Here comes a handoff. Breaks clear. Got a lane. Can he get in? Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Missouri. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
Syracuse 17.
And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Looks to the left, pass caught. The tackle is finally made, but a huge gain. They'll spot the ball near midfield at the +49.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made, a lot of space now. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Missouri 31, Syracuse 17.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Looking to chuck it again. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Syracuse lines up quickly. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Look at this. He'll go deep again. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. So great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Handoff to the back. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. He's got it on the left side for a big gain. And they finally tackle him down at the one. Big gain in the pitch and catch.
Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football, and vertical shots to boot.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. Oh, that's just a throwaway there on 3rd down. And now a 4th down play coming up. So a field goal attempt coming up now. And he knocks that one right through. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Looking for the wide out. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. The defense with more pre-snap movement. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. It's a fumble. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession. Syracuse lines up quickly. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Quick throw to his receiver. Breaks loose at the 45.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's James. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. 2nd down coming up now.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions. Locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Looking to throw it again. Receiver makes the grab. The reception nets about 7 yards with 4th down coming up here. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And the ball is picked off. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. He moves the ball across the... 22.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that previous play. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Second down play coming up for this offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Trying to find some room. It's Jones. That's the spin move. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
An inside give now from the shotgun. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Off play action, he's looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play, but give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
And he'll drop back here on third down. There's contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. It's a big third down defensive play. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt.
Number 10 on to kick it away.
Running it back, it's Thompson. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground.
And the Syracuse offense will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. Syracuse lines up quickly. First down. Looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he's got his man open downfield. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The coordinator moves to a heavy blitz look here. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. They need a touchdown here. Down big in the fourth quarter. Third and goal. It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Orangeman.
I'm a little bit surprised here, Chris. I thought they might put the ball in the air here on third and goal, but instead they run the football, keep it on the ground, and they get the touchdown.
PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they've got the recovery. The offense goes right back to work now.
Hey, you're down a couple scores. This is an outstanding call to try to get this football back. That's the first step in coming back. Now, let's try to steal a score here and see if you can do it all over again.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Using his legs here. The ball is loose. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Just a great job by this defense to knock that ball loose and get a critical turnover here. Late in the game, working with the lead, you get the ball back to your offense. Now a chance to secure victory.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. Missouri now operating in the red zone. Looking to throw it on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on first down. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First down and goal here. A touchdown just about puts this game on ice. Single back, takes the handoff. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone, and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
Automatic in the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. First down here for this offense. No press here. The defense backing away. First down, looking to throw the ball. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Tackled after a short return at the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone. So that's now back-to-back wins, Kirk, over quality opponents.